Luminar 4 just got a new update. So it's in version 4.3. And let's look what's new in Luminar 4.3. Hi there, my name is Peter Forsgard and I am an Olympus visionary and a professional photographer from Helsinki, Finland. And before we start talking about the Luminar 4.3, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that bell so you won't miss any videos in the future. And also hit that like button if you like this video. My channel is all about you getting to be a better photographer and also about Olympus gear and this time some image editing. But let's get into what's new in Luminar 4.3. The first one is photo search. Finding the images on our hard drives and wherever they are is sometimes really hard. But now with Luminar 4.3 you can have a search for your images. You can search by name, date or extension. So you have plenty of tools to find your images in Luminar 4.3. That's a very good because, as I said, we take a lot of images with digital cameras, and those images can be lost if you have no way of searching them. And then you have the integration with 500px, so you can share your images straight to 500px account from Luminar 4.3. And that's a very good thing if you're using 500px. That's a really handy way of just, sharing your images right away from the image editing software. That's a good feature. I don't know if you're using 500px. I do have an account there, but I haven't really uploaded anything there for many years. But please let me know if you're using 500px or Flickr or any other image sharing sites that where you can share images, because that would be nice to hear how many of you are sharing on which platform your images. Please let me know in the comments down below. And stability and performance is always important, and that has been improved in the 4.3, and everything is responding a bit faster, and I can verify that. I've used 4.2 a bit. I haven't used it every day, but every now and then I use it because it's quite good software to edit your images. If you don't want any subscription-based services, then Luminar 4.3 could be the option for you. And speaking of that, there is a link where you can get Luminar 4.3 and any other Skylum software's image editing software. It is an affiliate link, so if you click that and buy something, I get a small commission, but you don't pay any extra. So please, if you're interested in Skylum software, which include Aurora HDR, and it also has the Luminar 4.3. If you're interested, just use the link down below. And before we go to the next new feature or improvement in Luminar 4.3, this is the way to upgrade if you already have 4.2, then just go to the software and click check updates, and it will update your software. And if you have used or bought it from App Store, then you go to App Store and upgrade it from there. Faster looks experience. Looks are kind of like presets or filters that you can apply to your images, and it takes a lot of computer power if you have a raw image and you have a look to apply to your image. And this has been improved, so now you can hover over the looks and see immediately what the image will look like. I'm not personally really a big fan of looks, but it can be a fast way of making your images look a certain way. But as I said, I'm not a big fan of looks, but they're a fast way of editing images. So no problem if you're using them. Improvement to cropping. Cropping and rotating your image is one part of image editing, and I tend to crop a bit, maybe take out something on the edges, or maybe using taking the image by 4:3 and then cropping it to 16:9 for using these videos. But you can also crop slightly, making the composition a bit better by cropping, and it's been made a lot easier now with Luminar 4.3. Crop and rotate tool has moved to the right under lens and geometry tool, and also the performance of crop tool has been improved, especially in Windows-based PCs. The AI augmented sky tool has been improved. Replacing the sky is something that I very, very seldom do. Sometimes I might do it on a commercial work if I was, the sky isn't what the client wants, then I might replace the sky. But for my own images, very, very seldom, almost or never do that. But it can be done very easily with the Luminar 4 sky replacement tool, and it has been improved, and now it's easier to crop and fine-tune the sky to look more natural. And also you can add object to your images, and a space shuttle object has been added. Well, it's a bit silly, but why not? And also a marketplace for Luminar object has been introduced or opened, where you can get some AI augmented object to place on your images. Well, this can be a lot of fun, but please do not use this as a regular basis. You might have some fun and see what images might look like this, but to be honest, this is a bit silly, even though it's an interesting technology, and that is one part that I really, really enjoy. But still, making images is more about photography and not adding different, AI based objects to your images. But you might want to try it and have some fun if you're interested in Luminar software. And new cameras has been added, so it supports more cameras than the previous version. It includes Olympus OMD EM1 Mark III and also Olympus Pen EPL10. So new Olympus cameras also added, among other cameras too. A new masking tool workflow. The masking tool has been improved with a transparent red area where you are masking. So it's a lot easier to see your mask. And this is a very good improvement from previous versions. And remember, Luminar 4.3 also works as a plugin for many softwares like Adobe Photoshop and Lightroom CC Classic. I think that's what it is. But the desktop version of Lightroom. But if you are upgrading, just in case, run the plugin installer, just in case, so that your plugins are up to date. But that's the way I usually use it. I have the image in Lightroom and then I use the Luminar 4.3 as a plugin. And it works perfectly. And as I said, there are some interesting tools that you can use to add up to your workflow. And speaking of workflow, the reason I use Lightroom is that has been my workflow so many years. So it's a lot easier for me to use it, the Luminar as a plugin. It fits in my workflow better, but if you can use it as a standalone software too. And the update is free for all existing Luminar 4 users. And if you don't have Luminar 4 yet and you want to buy it and test it, just go down to the description of this video and click the first link down below and get yourself a copy and see if that's something for you. And here is a video about sky replacement with Luminar 4.2. You might want to check that. It's quite fun. But hey, thanks for watching and bye for now.